All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Dive into Real Estate Investing for Newbies podcast. I have another special guest, TJ Kosen. TJ is the founder of Platinum Real Estate Mastermind. It's a real estate investment think tank under Sherlock Holmes. They source, acquire, and sell distressed real estate assets in multiple markets. They also renovate and sell properties throughout Texas. They teach some wholesaling, just a lot of things TJ is experienced with. So I'm just happy to have him on the show. Welcome to the show, TJ.
Oh, thanks so much for that. That was a great introduction. Can I take that and can I use that on my Facebook as some kind of credibility thing? I love it.
Hey, go at it. Have at it.
All right, perfect. Send me the link.
So, yeah, TJ, man, tell us a little bit about yourself. Seems like you've been doing this for a while, and my audience is pretty new, so they'll be happy to hear how you started and currently what markets are you working right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'd like to say, kind of first of all, definitely don't do it the way I did it, because the way that I kind of bumped into being successful was trying all the ways that didn't work first. And then I crossed those off the list as I found out that they didn't work too well. And then finally bumped into things that seemed to work pretty well. So don't follow me as an example, but maybe like learn from mistakes that we've made over the past bunch of years. Got started actually in 2006, went and bought a whole bunch of apartments at what turned out to be a relatively high point in the market. Huge rehab, 112 units was the first one. The second property I bought was 98 units. Not as much of a rehab, more of a stabilized kind of property. Went back there, managed it, got them both stabilized and operational. Lost money on one of them actually in the crash, which wasn't too much fun, but kind of been going for it ever since. Right now, like there's a lot of time, I guess, in between time, but right now, our office is in the North Texas area. We are in Dallas. So we buy properties in pretty much anywhere in Texas, as long as it kind of makes sense. We do marketing in Oklahoma. I've done deals in California in the past. I'm from San Diego. So we did a lot of flipping. Kind of after we lost money on the apartments, went back to San Diego, bought a bunch of stuff at the bottom of the market, did pretty well with it, had some fun. Kind of got tired of just sounds kind of funny living, I guess, in Southern California. So I moved out to Dallas 7 years ago, and we do a lot. We do a lot of wholesales. We do a lot of wholetails. It's kind of our niche that we really like because of a lot of reasons. And then we do a lot of flips. We do flips, I guess, when I get bored and I see, oh man, that's a nice house. We should really blow that one out. And then 2 months later, you're finally done with it. And by the time you're done with it, you're tired of looking at it anymore. It's like, I don't even care how it turns out. I just want to be done with it. So, so that's kind of the short background story, I guess.
So TJ, tell me, with San Diego and Dallas, both are competitive markets in your opinion?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. The big difference, we moved. So I'm from San Diego, so really familiar with it. A couple of reasons, I guess, that I moved away. One was just kind of the affordability aspect, really. There's a lot of folks that kill it in Southern California, like LA, Inland Empire counties, whatever those are out there. So it's a fantastic market. It's a great market. You know, we would probably kill it if we went like back out there again. But just in the Southern California area, kind of got tired of the lower volume model because we were doing a lot of flips at the time. So we'd have, 2 flips going at a time, maybe for us. I guess that's a lot in Southern California, at least I thought it was. And just got tired of didn't really see a great straightforward way of just increasing the volume a lot because of how expensive everything was. I think that was probably in retrospect, maybe a limiting kind of mindset on my behalf, but we thought that Dallas would be a good market to jump into for a bunch of different reasons. One, for a bunch of growth. We thought, 7 years ago, it's kind of before all the cool kids started moving out here. So we thought it'd be good for growth. We thought it'd be good for kind of cash flow. We thought it'd be good for really doing just a higher volume of deals. That was, like I said, at the time, didn't really think was that feasible in California. And again, that was more like my, I guess, mindset about it really than the reality of it. But bottom line, it is easier to do a higher volume of deals kind of in a more like Dallas type market. That being said, Dallas has definitely gotten a lot more competitive since we've been here over the past, I guess, 7 years.
Right. So tell me, was the first deal you worked, was that in Dallas or was that in another market, another state?
No, my first deal ever was one of those apartment complexes in 2006. We bought 112 units that were highly distressed, and they're in Memphis, Tennessee, in a kind of C-ish neighborhood, like not a bad neighborhood. I guess the houses were maybe 100 grand, kind of 80 to 120 range. So just a nice, like, kind of working class area. And it was a big value add thing. We were about 10% occupied when we bought it, and we got it up to about 90% occupied, something like that. 60 something one bedrooms, 40 something two bedrooms. And just it was a big I don't know if I want to say learning experience, because it was kind of a kick in the teeth too, but it was just a big fun project. We went out there, renovated stuff, leased it up, stabilized the management, stabilized the operations, and had a good time with it. The second property was 98 units. That was in a similar subdivision, similar like sub market. Went in there and bought that. It was more of a stabilized asset, so we bought that with assuming some seller financing, assuming a whatever kind of bank loan was on, and then refied out of it about 6-8 months later, I think, and just kind of operated them for a while. We did end up losing money on one of the properties in the crash, because the kind of submarket changed quite a bit in like 2008 to 2010 ish. And I think we sold the second property in 2011. So anyway, after that, yeah, I went back to San Diego, did the buying and selling houses for a while, and then been in Dallas now, I think 7 years actually in June.